Good evening. I know this is the second time today I've been on. Came on this morning from my office, and of course, this is not going out on the Self Advocacy Network development page because one, it's regular coffee chat, and two, I just want to talk and be honest about some things. So anyway, um, first off. Hope you had a good Mother's Day weekend. I didn't say that this morning because I was still kind of trying to come back from DC. Well, I was back from DC, but I wasn't thinking like that. Anyway, some of you may have seen the video that me and Liz Weintraub did over the weekend, and I think I shared it, but I'll share it again. It's about 40 minutes in length. We were just having fun. Second off, I'll just be honest with you. Going to DC was fun. It was great. But this is the first time I've honestly, truly, I guess you could say, have jet lag, especially by the fact of being delayed a day. I was in the airport. I was in the airport about 3.5, 4 hours on Sunday. Not Sunday, Monday night until I just was like, you know, um, they're going to delay it and delay it and delay it. These storms are not going to get us out. So I got a hotel room and I slept good. I will honestly say that. I woke up. Went to bed around 10:30 Monday night, and then I didn't wake up fully until I woke up once during the night, but I woke up fully around 6 a.m. Tuesday. And of course, I got up, got coffee in the room. Then I went down and had coffee and breakfast in the hotel. I just relaxed for a little bit. And then I left around 10 o'clock. Might have been too early. Of course, checkout's wasn't until noon, so I could have stayed a little bit because, of course, it stormed again yesterday in Dallas. And we were delayed about, 3.5 hours, or no, not 3 hours, about 2.5 hours from taking off. So that happens. It was storming. And there's nothing you can do about it. And, I've learned, just go with the flow, relax, enjoy. I wish I'd have had a book to read, but I didn't. But you know what? It was all good. I'm sitting here. I was sitting in the airport talking to a lady and things. So, we all had fun, or well, sort of fun. There was one lady. Hey, Heather. One lady that was a little bit griping about things that, were beyond her control. So, I've learned if it's beyond my control and if it's beyond anybody's control in the airport, it really doesn't matter. What was she griping about? About one runway being out for construction. Well, you know what? Construction happens. Repairs happen. The runway probably needed to be repaired. And you know what? That's all right. I'd rather it be repaired and be safe for planes to land on than to not be repaired and be crumbling. Well, I mean, so that happens. Anywho, enough about that. Now to talk about DC. Honestly, I think I talked a little bit this morning, but I'll talk more. I went to, as some of you saw, I did a live video. We went to Black Lives Matter Plaza, and walked down it. It surprisingly wasn't too far from the Fargo North Metro station. I was like, wow, you know, and we went down it. Um, I will say this. I know it's been time and weather and, whether it's snow or rain and stuff, and also construction on the street. Um, it wasn't as impressive as I thought it would be because, what things happen over a short amount of time. So it either needs to be repainted right there on the street, or when they can, or maybe they can move it to somewhere, where traffic and stuff will not bother it as much. I don't know. I'm not gonna second venture to guess. I just know that it needs some work done. Uh, anyway, Maddie, I'm good. I'm kind of talking about the trip to DC that I just got back from. Um, and so I'm hoping that they know what's going to happen with Black Lives Matter Plaza. It's okay. I mean, so anyway, after that trip down the plaza, I took pictures of the church and the church, of course, that you know who, and I'm not going to mention names, but somebody walked out from the White House, walked across the park, went out the gate, went over to the church, and held up a Bible upside down. And I'll share pictures of that again, or I'll reshare it, of the church. So the church is beautiful. I don't think I probably have seen it before, but haven't noticed it because, when you're there for other things, you just don't notice things that are there. But now you do. Um, so that church has got some good things around it. And I then afterwards we went on we went and ate. Then we went to Monuments by Moonlight tour, which is run by Old Town. Well, they have several nighttime tours. The things, the one we went on is probably one of the best companies, or the best company to do a nighttime tour of the trolleys. That's Old Town Trolley Company, and they do a good tour of the city at night. We went down, and I'm very surprised. I heard they had removed fencing, but I'm very surprised at how close you can actually get to the Capitol. You can get all the way down past the reflecting pool of the Capitol, but then they still have fencing there in the first layer of grass, and before you get to the actual on the official ground, on the grounds of the Capitol. Although I guess the reflecting pool of the Capitol is grounds, but you can't get any further than that yet. Praying that they remove it, because that is one of the people's houses, and it needs to be open to the public. It needs to be available to go in and talk to your senators, talk to your representatives. The House and Senate office buildings are still not open. Um, of course, they were closed even before the thing that happened back in January, um, because of COVID. But hopefully soon it'll open, and people can go in and talk to your senators, talk to your representatives. Hopefully soon, with COVID numbers going down. And I'm going to cross my fingers because of what I saw in the airports over the weekend. Um, we'll see a better situation open where advocates and policy people can go in and do their job in person rather than online. Online's great. You can still talk to your staffers, to the staffers or representatives or senators, but you miss an important aspect of looking them in their eyes and physically and being in the room and talking with them. So let's hope that we can start doing that again. Anyway, after we went by the Capitol, we turned and started coming back up and went by the Smithsonian's, which are technically still closed, but they're about to reopen next. 3 or 4 will reopen next week, and then a few more later. But they're all going to be timed entries. In other words, you have to put in for what time you want to go in and hopefully get in early. Because I'll tell you, if you get in later in the day, hopefully they'll set it up where after a certain time, they won't let anyone in so that you get enough time to be in the museum and not just have to go in and leave. Um, so they're going to be all time ticketed time entry things for a while, just because of COVID. So you can always go on the grounds of the museums, but you just can't go in. The only museum in downtown on the mall that will not reopen and not for a while is the original Air and Space Museum. Right now it is undergoing major renovations to the front and to the building and probably to the in some of the inside. That's all right. They're going to improve it, make it even better. The museum's a beautiful building. If you've ever been in, you know what I mean. If you've never been in, keep an eye out when they reopen. I I really recommend you go in and see it. Um, and then we went down and rode around by the African American Museum, and then we came back up and we actually made our first stop at the brain freeze. Martin Luther King and Jefferson Memorial. No. Wait. We made our first stop at Martin Luther King and Jefferson Memorial. And then we made our second, and we spent about 30 minutes there. Then we made our second stop at the Iwo Jima Marine Corps Memorial. We spent just over 10 minutes, just about 10 minutes there, and that's all right. It's one memorial. You can walk around and look at the beauty of it. It is an amazing, incredible memorial and detailed. And I want to go back in the daytime and just spend 30 minutes or more just looking at it. I've never been over there in the daytime, so I'll figure out a way next time I go to DC. And then we left and went over to Lincoln Memorial, Korean War Memorial, and the Vietnam Memorial. And we stayed there 30 minutes or so, and then we left and went back to the pickup spot. But I will tell you this, I guess they might have moved the pickup stop away from Union Station because they may not be able to easily get to it because of the fencing and stuff. So they picked us up at the downtown DC at where they pick up one of the stops that they pick up on the daytime trips, the ones that you can get on and get off. And so anyway, we did that. And then we got an Uber and went back to Liz's place. Anyway, it was a great time there. and I guess you could say I'm having with somewhat maybe withdrawals. Hold on. Or maybe it's jet lag, or maybe it's both. Uh, I want to go back soon, but I just don't. I know not to go back soon. I know I can't. I got advocacy work to do here. I got work to encourage advocacy, to encourage Arkansans to get involved in this, in advocacy, self advocacy. Um, it's hard, and I'll admit, with COVID and stuff, I just don't know how I can get out. I mean, I really can't get out and physically talk with people. I'm supposed to be meeting online with people, but it's like the few times I've done it, it just hasn't worked out. Or tried it, it just hasn't worked out, I don't think. And I don't know whether it's me, whether it's the situation, whether it's people that are just burned out of just sitting there doing nothing but looking at Zooms all day. It it is stressing. It is hard on you. It's like you want to just see people. And that's what I wanted to do. Why I went to DC this last weekend. It was amazing to see people. Not and here's the thing. I can see people all the time. I know that. I'm just saying to see people going places and in places. I will say this: downtown DC was not crowded like it should be this time of year. This time of year, there should be people, seniors taking their senior trip, um, going there for places. Now, the Lincoln Memorial was kind of crowded, but it was high schoolers in the DC area that it's a tradition for them to go up there on prom night and have pictures made. Yeah, that's a whole nother story. I could tell. I don't know about the group of seniors that were up there. They probably. I'm not gonna make. I don't like to make judgments, but these seniors are probably from well-to-do families. That's all I'm gonna say. Because of the way they acted and the way they uh, um, would were blocking areas and pathways to get up the steps. Of course, they were taking the pictures. I understand that, but they could have been in a better position to allow others that were just tourists to come up there. Another thing, at least one of them was smoking a good cigar out there on the Lincoln Memorial, and it's supposed to be a smoke-free zone. He was smoking around inside the Lincoln Memorial. So yeah, um, he was being very disrespectful to the memorial itself. Again, that's another story. Anywho, yes, this has been longer than I normally do, but I like it. I like just talking with people. Of course, some people have come and gone, and that's all right. Uh, Hope you have a good night. Take care, and I guess I'll make this officially about a 20-minute video. So um, I will be back on tomorrow, and I'll probably do it a video. I'll probably not do it to my self advocacy page, but I'll do it to my regular page, to my YouTube channel, and to the self advocacy network development channel. So y'all have a good night. Bye.